Hey guys, it's Allie. I know this video is late, but I wanted to get it up in case you were thinking about attending ConAgeddon next year. In this video, I'm going to talk about my personal experience as a general admission at ConAgeddon this past March. A GA, or general admission, which is the ticket that I personally got. It's access to the convention itself and the panels. I arrived in Boston in the morning, and then we left the hotel, went to go get something to eat, visited some places in Boston. In the afternoon, we came back to go get our tickets. Will call started at about 5 p.m., but I got there a little after 5:30. And when I went down, I actually met a ton of friends before even getting my ticket. I was hanging out with them while waiting in line, and the line, to me personally, I felt was like a little crazy. Like, it wasn't too organized, but it's also only their second year, so I completely understand that, you know, they don't have everything down to the T yet. This next ConAgeddon 3, which I will also be attending as VIP, hopefully they will sort that out. Friday at night was also the VIP party, but I wasn't a VIP, so I didn't attend. So the next thing I did was on Saturday morning are also the cast breakfast, which if you have VIP, you would go to that. But again, I didn't. So the first thing I did was I went to the opening panel, which included all the guests, Joe, and everybody that worked for ConAgeddon. After the opening panel, I headed straight over to the photo ops because they were doing all guest photo ops, and I got one with two of my friends. And then the first person I actually met out of this cast and at the convention was Tasia Tellis. She, coming into the convention, I knew I was going to love her, but I didn't know how much I was going to leave loving her and missing her, because she is truly one of my favorite people that I have ever met. After meeting Tasia, I went to the photo op room again because Bob was doing his photo ops, and I was actually supposed to do them on Sunday, but I messed up because I was just really excited, and I got his on Saturday as well. In between all this, I did a bunch of panels, but I didn't want to include that. I'll just include photos on the side. So after a few panels and stuff, I did my Tasia photo op, and her and Bob actually is the same pose, but I gave them both the exact same instructions, and they both gave me like funny reactions, but the photos came out really good, and they're also on my wall, so if you can see them, they're there, but I'll have better pictures up too. After that, I got to meet Bob. I did meet him before when I got my photo up, but those are really quick. It was only a few seconds, so I actually got to meet him at my auto, and yeah. And then at the end of the day, I did my Bob and Richard duo photo op with my friend, and that one was interesting. And finally, Saturday night was the party, which I attended, but I stayed mostly outside, just hanging out with my friends and stuff, so I didn't really party. But for a little while, maybe an hour, I went in and I like danced a little bit. I don't dance, but I danced a little bit. And then Zach, guests are not required to attend the general admission party, but Zach actually did, and he ended up taking basically free selfies with every person that wanted a selfie. Starting Sunday morning, I was actually kind of tired, so I woke up late, and when I say we, it's me, my sister, and her boyfriend. So the three of us went together, but I was doing most of the stuff and they were doing mostly panels, so we didn't really see each other that much. On Sunday, we started off late. We got to Richard's, like the last 30 minutes of Richard's panel. And then I also didn't really have anything to do besides panel, which I was okay with, but I really wanted to meet Louisa and Chelsea, so I ended up getting last minute autos for them. And I also got an extra Tasia one, which then will come in to later. But I did Louisa's first, and then Chelsea. I also went to the Beliza panel, which a lot of people did, and that was one of the highlights of my Sunday, but I'm guessing a lot of people's Sundays. After that, I did go back to do my final Tasia auto combo. It was an autograph and photo. I got to say goodbye to her, and I told her I was getting her VIP for this year. And then Eliza was doing an auction for the Clexa selfie at her panel. They raised a lot of money. And then finally the goodbye panel, which was really sad. But after that, we ended up getting our bags from the hotel. Right after the panel, we basically had to leave. So